Amazon's raising its Prime membership pricing, Pluto TV is adding still more channels, and ABC-owned stations are offering live local streaming. All that and more in this week's episode of Cord Cutting Weekly. Hi folks, and welcome to February. It is Friday, February 4th, 2022, and this is Cord Cutting Weekly, the show where we wrap up the past week in cord cutting and streaming news. And like we said at the very top, we've got several stories to discuss, including ABC-owned stations offering live local streaming, new Pluto TV channels, Amazon raising Prime membership pricing, and more. But first, of course, if you haven't done so already, please do take a second to consider clicking on those like and subscribe buttons down below. Those really do help out our channel considerably, and we genuinely appreciate it. And as always, for anyone that's joining us for the very first time this week, just a quick note. For all of the stories we're about to discuss here, you'll find links to those stories included down below in the video description. And those links will bring you on over to our news website, cordcuttersnews.com, where you can stay up to date on all things streaming 24/7. And now, with all of that being said, let's dive straight into the news, starting with live local streaming care of ABC-owned stations. First up this week, ABC-owned television stations announced the launch of new streaming options that offer 24/7 local news coverage. At launch, the new streaming channels include affiliates in New York, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Chicago, Houston, San Francisco, Raleigh-Durham, and Fresno. And yes, viewers have access to all 8 stations regardless of their home market. Viewers can access popular shows like Unsolved and Texas True Crime, as well as newscasts from the various stations. And you can find out more info in our full post linked down below in the video description. And if you do give any of these new streaming channels a shot, let us know what you think so far in the comment section down below. In Amazon news, the company used its quarterly earnings report to announce that it will be raising the price of its annual Prime membership to $139, up from the previous $119. Monthly pricing is also going up from $12.99 to $14.99. And aside from perks like music streaming, free 2-day shipping, and more, Prime membership also includes access to Amazon's Prime Video streaming service. Amazon previously upped the pricing on Prime memberships back in 2018 when it went from $99 per year to the more recent $119. As for when these changes take effect, well, new members will see the new price starting on February 18th, while current members should see the change on or after March 25th. And as with any price increase, feel free to sound off in the comment section down below if the price hike has you at least reconsidering your membership. Next up, HBO Max announced an official launch date for its expansion in Europe. In all, the streaming service will go live in 15 European countries starting on March 8, 2022, with 6 more markets coming online later in the year. Those 15 countries include Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Hungary, Poland, Portugal, and more. And naturally, you can find the full list in our full post linked down below. And as for when that second wave of new European markets comes online, we don't have an exact launch date just yet, but we do know those 6 additional territories will include Greece and Turkey. For now, though, it looks like several areas in Europe won't have much longer to wait, as HBO Max arrives in those 15 countries again on March 8th. In other streaming news this week, Paramount Network made it official and announced that Yellowstone will be back for a 5th season. The popular modern-day Western drama has attracted a growing fan base over the years, and there had been some questions about whether the show would return for another season. Well, Paramount put those concerns to rest this week, adding that production on Season 5 is scheduled to kick off in May of 2022. No word just yet on when Season 5 will actually start airing, but fans of the Kevin Costner-led drama can rest a little easier now, knowing that the show will continue on. Moving on, it looks like Sinclair is not the only one considering a direct-to-consumer sports streaming service. According to The Hollywood Reporter, NBC Universal's regional sports networks are eyeing their own direct-to-consumer service. NBC's RSNs include 7 networks in markets like the Bay Area, Boston, and Chicago. As far as which sports and leagues those RSNs cover, it's mostly a mix of NBA, NHL, and MLB games, though there are some college teams featured on some of those RSNs. Overall, those RSNs have rights to 5 Major League Baseball teams, 6 NBA teams, and 3 NHL teams. NBCU has not announced any official details on how much a streaming service would cost, but will continue monitoring the story as it develops. For reference though, predictions for Sinclair's Bally Sports streaming service have hovered around the $23 per month range, so that might give us some idea of what to generally expect from NBCU's offering. In any case, we'll continue to keep an eye on NBC's efforts, and feel free to sound off in the comment section down below with your thoughts on the possibility of a direct-to-consumer streaming service for NBC's RSNs. In YouTube TV news, we've got more weather content coming your way. So last month we reported on a deal that brings the Weather Channel to the live TV streaming service later this year. And this week, Fox Weather is also joining the party. Subscribers should already see the new channel in their lineups by now, but if you're using a customized channel lineup, you can search for the channel and any others and click on the circle next to the name to add it to your list. Subscribers should have already received a notification about the new arrival, and it's available to all YouTube TV users through the base plan at $65 per month. And like we said, stay tuned, as the Weather Channel is also slated to arrive on the service later this year. And while we're on the subject of new channels, Pluto TV is again adding more options to its lineup. The free streaming service announced this week that a pair of new channels have joined the library. The first is Vivo True School Hip Hop, which features iconic rap and hip hop videos from some of the most well-known names in the genre. Viewers also get access to CBS News Miami, which offers local news streaming 24/7. And as the name suggests, CBS News Miami offers news, weather, and more focused on South Florida. Both new options should be available on Pluto TV by the time this video publishes, so feel free to check them out on the free streaming service. In Netflix news, the streaming service decided to flex its muscles a bit and send out a list of all the movies it has planned for the rest of 2022. You can, of course, check out the lengthy list in our full post link down below in the video description, and shout out to Jess for rounding up all that info. In all, the full 2022 slate includes more than 80 original titles, and our post includes premiere dates for some of the movies expected in the next few months. So feel free to peruse the slate, and don't forget to sound off in the comment section down below if any of the announced titles capture your interest. And speaking of upcoming Netflix titles, this week we debuted a new type of video for our channel, one where we highlight all the titles coming to Netflix for the month of February 2022. We're looking to add some variety to our channel, and that includes monthly videos where we highlight what's coming to the top streaming services. And in this case, we're talking about Netflix's February lineup. You can find a link to our February video down below in the video description, and stay tuned, as we're planning to publish similar videos near the start of each month so that you can stay on top of all the new content launching month by month. Next up, this week marks the start of the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing, China, and we've got a post outlining a whole slew of ways you can keep up with all the events and competitions. As expected, NBC is leveraging several of its channels, as well as online options like Peacock and NBCOlympics.com to offer up coverage. We've got a full broadcast schedule included in our post link down below in the video description, so make sure you check it out to keep up on all things Winter Olympics from this week all the way through closing ceremonies on Sunday, February 20th. Last but not least, we've got some deals to discuss. So, as you may or may not know, Super Bowl 56 is coming on February 13th. So, our very own Rudy gathered together some of the best deals on 4K TVs from a variety of brands. After all, the Super Bowl is traditionally considered a busy time for new TV purchases. So if you're aiming to upgrade just in time for the big game, check out Rudy's post included down below in the video description. You'll find deals on several models, including a 43-inch Fire TV, LG's well-regarded OLED models, and Samsung's massive 85-inch QLED screen. And we've also included some discounts on streaming gear from Roku. So if you're in the shopping mood, you can check out the full post link down below. And so there you go. Those were some of the top headlines from the past week. And as we often say at this point, thank you all for watching. And again, please do consider clicking on those like and subscribe buttons down below. They are a huge, huge help to our channel, and they help signal to YouTube that it should continue recommending our content to more and more viewers. For now, though, I thank you all again for tuning in this week. My name is Philip Palermo, and I hope you all have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Take care.